We want to certify our agent investors in our community to understand the agent world, investor world. We want this class is for regular investors that want to learn more about investing. And most importantly, the agent that may not know not much of anything about the investment world. This is going to be your time to chime in and learn from an agent investor like yourself, how this world works. So we want to bring CIAS to the Phoenix market. So I'm super excited to have you here, man. So let's go over a couple things. So I had those 3 points that I was mentioning. Do you want to break those down?
Yeah, you tell me which one
All
you
right.
think is a priority, and we'll go.
Yeah, and we'll make this short and sweet for you. Listen, we just want to give you a good feel of why you're gonna, you should take this class, what you're gonna get from it, and who you become after you're done. So, one thing I've noticed being around AZREIA and around the real estate investing business for 15 years is agents when they receive an offer from an investor. First, there's that stigma of like, oh my God, it's an investor. Oh, this isn't right. This might be, they're in a low ball. They're gonna, whatever, investors are sharks, whatever it may be.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, we want to be able to help a real estate agent serve their client better and give them all legal options available to that client. So yes, you're going to get cash offers, seller financing or owner financing, subject to existing mortgage, wraps. There's all these creative terms that when they come in through SkySlope or whatever it is, you're like, whoa, what is this? We want you to be able to serve your clients better by knowing what that offer is when it hits your inbox. Do you have anything you want to share on that?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great thing, right? I think it's a competitive space for a lot of traditional real estate agents, and depending on your market, right? If you're the only house for sale in town, the seller has a lot of power, right? They can dictate a lot of different things. But if there's 100 houses for sale and buyers have more choices, other things, right, come to the surface. Well, with what we're trying to do and how I think this works really well, Mike, with ultimately what you're trying to accomplish is we teach a responsible way to not only invest in real estate, not just about goals and wishes and desires, but exit strategies and all of the things that encompass how people build wealth, right? But more importantly, how we can take that knowledge and build confidence, enough confidence in real estate agents to actually speak the language. And hopefully, like what we did, is we became an extension of our investor goals. And by becoming an extension of what they're doing, it generated real estate business for us. And so, there's a lot of players, and I know you touched on the perceptions that people have, and not everyone is an honest investor. Not everyone is an honest wholesaler, and not everyone is an honest real estate agent. Right? There's sometimes this agenda, and they might not even know what the agenda is, but it gets amplified when the market's super competitive, right? So what we're hoping to do is educate agents well enough to not only understand, the why and how, to your point about being creative, instead of being intimidated or scared about it, understand that there's a reason behind it, and that somebody's genuinely interested in buying property. You just can't get your feelings hurt because the offer came in lower than what you listed it at. Because, right, part of the equation is not just maybe the offers below asking, but maybe you and the seller priced it too high to begin with. Like there's a lot to this. So what we want to do is help bridge the gap and actually teach agents how to kind of work backwards with how the lens they use in valuating a property. We teach how to work backwards. In other words, it always starts with location and condition and functionality, desirability, because you need to understand who the buyer is going to be for that property. So we work backwards, and if this property was brand new construction or if it was completely remodeled, what could it potentially sell for? And it's all downhill from there. And again, the industry just doesn't serve the traditional real estate agent very well in teaching them these things. They just live and breathe on a CMA, and a CMA at the end of the day doesn't dictate what something is worth to a buyer.